Hello and welcome to the SRL Mines for the second ever season. Tonight we're at McDonald Jones Stadium for the game against the Swarms and the Gunslingers. I'm your SRL commish, Will K, and I'm joined in the commentary box tonight by Tyrone Clay. How are you doing, Tyrone?
Yeah, very good, man. Excited to see the SRL Mines back up and underway.
Indeed, I am too, and so is everyone else, including the captains for some of these sides. Who do you think, looking at the camp and obviously being involved in the warm-ups just moments ago, who do you think will stand out in this match?
I like the Swarm captain, Hugh Snow. He looked to lead everyone in the warm-up, and he looks by far one of the best players on this field.
Indeed, Hugh Snow looking very dangerous in the camp. He's been very, talkative, very active in his upgrades and making sure that he's getting that fitness training in. I think that he'll be a standout player tonight. Along with that man about to kick off, Stephen Koutsumis. I think he'll also be prolific as we kick off here, and it's Hugh Snow, the man to field the kick, going to McKay. Gets a good meterage but can't get too far. He's going to play the ball at the 20 here. Rossini going to Tapua. White through the line early. That's a good step there from Aaron White. Looking promising, that young winger. Is Rossini, Tapua. Sharp goes down to Hugh Snow again. Doesn't put the Jets on yet, Hugh Snow, but he's definitely got some pace as he's going to play the ball. Rossini goes right to Lecu. And we have Sharp here. It's the fourth. We're at the 40 now. Second last tackle of the set. Hugh Snow goes for an early kick inside his own 40. It's got some distance. It's got a good bounce. And it's going to go over the 20. That's a great kick for Hugh Snow to start the game.
Absolutely. Just got the ball onto the boot and just hit it perfectly. Just rolled all the way for a 40-20.
Yeah, it was a great effort from Hugh Snow. Just with that eyes up kind of footy, I think that captains will be very keen to get his contract very soon. As Schmidt goes through the line early, Logan Schmidt, and the Swarm have come up with points in the first 90 seconds.
Wow. Although you could ask questions about the Gunslingers' defense there. There was an open gap in between the two defenders.
Yeah, it was questionable defense there. Krish Gounder, the man, kind of shifting away to his right, and that really opened up a nice big gap for Logan Schmidt to run straight through the big lock. He's an absolute towering fellow. He's well over 2 meters tall, and he's a very strong bloke, as we've seen there, having a very good run. And there we got Tapua kicking there. I think that's a great start for the Swarm, and the Gunslingers will be looking to fix that up very shortly.
Yeah, absolutely a great start for the Swarm. Just getting onto the front foot early on is the right idea for this match. I think since the Swarm has scored, I think they could edge this one out.
Yeah, it's been impressive from Hugh Snow very early on. Obviously, he's got a big boot archetype. I think that will benefit this team, especially on that right side of the field and that halfback role very, very nicely. And his partner, likewise, Hemi Tapua, is also a big boot, so I think they've got some great skills within this team to just get meters really easily and put pressure upon opposition. As Lecu now driving through the middle, goes past the 40 and driven back in the tackle by Gounder.
Yeah, that's very interesting from the Gunslingers, seeing that now they're looking almost to try and rush up, but as Lecu goes through again, it's now last here for the Swarm. Goes to Rossini, to Tapua. He'll get the kick to Deuce. He'll find the gap. Ooh, unlucky there.
We have Deuce now with the kick return. Buckingham goes to Scott. Inside offload to Snicko Bro. He's a very interesting fella. I've met him a couple times, and he's always good to have a chat to. Lachlan Turney goes outside Pulso to Deuce. Gets it back inside. Scott, the Gunslingers, throwing the ball around very comfortably, looking to put some points on soon. Juice now steps one, can't get around the other. Lucas Juice, he's a tackle breaker archetype, but regardless, he has an 84 overall speed, so he's a very impressive player indeed. As Snicko Bro now, absolutely folded there, and I think it was that man Christian McKay doing the big hit. They put a big bomb up, and Lakiu on the other wing can't get around Gounder, and he's driven to the ground there. A good set there from the Gunslingers.
Absolutely good set. They're not afraid to throw the ball around as well, trying to find the gaps. So this is going to be good.
It will be. Is now Hemi taking up a hit, driven back in the tackle by the number 7 of the Gunslingers, that being Rex Buckingham. Aaron White now pushing forward. Not much success there. Lakiu, Hugh Snow. Oh, he switched side of the field. Hugh Snow. He'll get up quickly, and if you want him to play the ball, Rossini goes to Tapua. And that is a good kick return there from Gounder.
Yeah. Unlucky not to get through there as well, Gounder. Tried to find the gap, couldn't. Goes to Snicko Bro, who makes a line break now. Throws the offload to Kasumis. He'll get taken down just short of the 40.
We have Galaxy going out to Johnston. Bosky Johnston. He's been good in the camp so far. Not as active as he was at the start. Same with the likes of Chris Gounder and Stephen Kutsumis. But, those are two of the older players in this playing group. They've been a bit more experienced. Obviously, Gounder playing for the World Emerging squad earlier in the season. Or rather, prior to the SRL season. It's Galaxy now. He's going to play the ball. About 9 out from the line. Buckingham goes to Deuce. Back to Kutsumis. Puts it into the back of his own player. And that's a penalty. And the Swarm will get a good opportunity to get some field position here.
Absolutely. They couldn't afford to do that, because the Swarm can be lethal if you give them any possession.
Absolutely they can. As we have Aaron White now stepping one. That's a good showing there from the rookie. Rossini, McKay, Christian McKay through the line, looking to get an offload, and he gets one off to Lakiu, but he can't get, he's flat-footed. It was an awkward pass. He wasn't expecting it. Charlie Rossini now to Pua. Driving. Rossini goes to Hugh Snow. He's been busy already. Hugh Snow, the skipper, as elected by some of the SRL Mines staff. Schmidt now, the big fella, playing lock. He is an absolutely huge bloke. One of the biggest blokes I've ever seen, even in the SRL. And Tapua now over the line. Last tackle, driven back by the Gunslingers defense. And that is excellent there from the Slingers.
Yeah, absolutely. He also could have put the ball down if he wanted to, but that's just great goal line defense there. They've made up for that earlier defense on their goal line.
Did they have as Gounder now tries to break the line, can't quite get through. He'll play the ball. Matt Galaxy to Deuce. Oh, and he's driven back in that tackle there by that man, Dylan Sharp. Goes left now. Snicko Bro. Oh, absolutely folded by McKay. Snicko Bro has been put on his backside. Kutsumis now. He got up pretty comfortably, though. Regardless of McKay absolutely whacking him. It's going to be Kutsumis playing the ball at the 50. Buckingham goes right to Galaxy. Almost puts it into the back of his own player. It's going to be Lakiu to field the kick. He steps one. Can't get around Gounder. He was looking dangerous there, the winger. And then we'll have Rossini. Goes to Snow. Schmidt. Logan Schmidt. He's got folded himself. There you go. That's, I think it was the man. Oh, and Galaxy there with the great offload. Matthew Galaxy. And the Swarm are in all sorts of trouble all of a sudden.
Yeah. They've just been put on the back foot. The Gunslingers come charging just right before half-time.
Did they do as Buckingham goes to Scott. Offload. Just a really awkward one there. Just a flick pass back to Buckingham. There's about 45 seconds left in this half. It's 6-0. The Swarm are up. Gunslingers looking to push some points of their own. As Galaxy can't get the pass away to his winger. And Scott... Oh, that's Scott rather can't get the pass away to his winger. And we have Buckingham going to Galaxy. Dummies. Almost through the line there. The Swarm were looking a little bit confused whether they should take him or not. And it was that man, Christian McKay, making the choice to tackle him. And it was the right choice. Snicko Bro putting in a grubber kick. And Schmidt is going to run it out of his own in-goal. The last 15 seconds here of the first half. Looks as if the Swarm will indeed Just let it be. Oh, and McKay's gone through the line now. Gounder's there with him. Will he get the pass away? No, he's not going. He's running a fair way. He won't get the offload. Oh, he does, but referee calls half time, and that will be all we have for the first half.
Call you, I need you, my heart's on fire. You come to me wild and wild.
Works together today as the Super League war tears the code apart.
It can't be wrong. Take my heart and make it strong.
You're simply the best, better than all the rest, better than anyone I've ever met.
To Brigginshaw. Brigginshaw takes them on. Welcome, Warriors. And the private summit trophy. First signing, Preston Campbell. Casey, St. Louis Green.
New workers march today in protest of
Andrew John, inside for Elba. Elba will score. Newcastle. Dancing in the streets of Newcastle. He's just coming up outside. Now inside. He hits it. He scores. He's got the field goal.
a big moment for equality.
Cameron Smith, 400 games. What a milestone. What an inspiration.
Welcome back to the second half of the SRL Mines. It's the Swarm about to kick off. 6 points up against the Gunslingers. There's a pretty good half from both sides. Obviously, Logan Schmidt, the man, getting the Swarm their points on the board. What do you think of that first half there, Clay?
I thought it was actually a really good first half. Obviously, that Logan Schmidt try early on settled the difference. But from then, it's been almost an even game. They're going back and forth. Should be an exciting second half.
Indeed, it should be as Kutsumis spreads it to Gounder through the line. Krish Gounder can't get around Dylan Sharp. He's playing out of position, that man, Dylan Sharp, in fullback. Rather, he's actually a edge back. And oh, that's a critical knock on there from the Gunslingers.
That could come back to hurt them, as we know that the Swarm can be lethal if they get their hands on the ball with that man, with their captain Hugh Snow.
Absolutely they can, as Logan Schmidt now taking a run. He's been busy tonight already, well, rather this afternoon. Hugh Snow goes down to Tapua. He's looking to take on the line himself. Can't get around them, Hemi. As we have Aaron White now going to Charlie Rossini. Lakiu, sorry. Still getting used to pronouncing some of these names here at the SRL Mines at McDonald Jones Stadium. Philly, I hope I say your name right, mate. If you don't, just shoot me a DM in the SRL Discord, and that goes to any players I mispronounced today, as Tapua puts up a big kick, batted back for Sharp. Sharp stands there, doesn't do much, and he's driven back in the tackle. Krish Grounder, the man to wrap him up.
A good tackle there from Krish Gounder, getting the awareness that Dylan Sharp had been flat-footed, so he just rushed up on him and got the tackle.
It was an awkward one. You usually see that after that, taking that tap back, the fullback kind of picks it up and goes really quick and scoots. So there's an unusual play for sure. I don't think he really knew what to do with it. He was probably scared of going into touch, but when it's the last tackle, you don't really need to worry about those sort of things. As we have Snicko Bro now spreading it out to Bosky Johnston. Can't get around his opposition winger. Struggling to make meters here, the Gunslingers. This is the fourth, and Logan Schmidt wraps him up nicely. That is Lachlan Tierney. He absolutely demolishes him. No, not demolishes him, sorry, dwarfs him in comparison to size. Kutsuma's putting in a deep kick here, and it's going to be Lakiu, the man to field it. And he's driven back in that tackle from the Slingers.
Yeah, good tackle there by the Gunslingers captain, Stephen Kutsumas. As McKay now goes up to Pua, and then Manu Fafili gets tackled.
Yes, as we have Rossini going right to Pua. Schmidt eventually taking the hit up. Logan Schmidt, he's been very busy. He's a bit of a workhorse. To Pua, through the line now. Can't get around Chris Gounder. The fullback's going to be out of the position for the last tackle, but his wingers have dropped back. Rossini goes deep to Hugh Snow. That's a big kick from Hugh Snow. Finds the opposition all the way to the 20 there. It's Bosky Johnson, the man. He steps one. Can he get around? No, he cannot get around Sharp. And that is a good run. And to start the set from Johnston.
Good kick return there from Bosky Johnson.
So we have the Gunslingers breaking the line all of a sudden. Snicko Bro looking very dangerous there. Rex Buckingham goes to Tierney. Lachlan Tierney. Buckingham absolutely folded by McKay. That's a big hit there. And that is quite something, as Deuce now is going to play the ball. It's the fourth tackle, just over 10 metres out. Kutsumas goes to Scott. Gets the offload away to Snicko Bro. They lose a couple metres there. They're in the middle of the field here. The Gunslingers, they'll need to get some points on soon, and now's the perfect chance. Kutsumas puts up a very, very big bomb. It goes out wide, and it's a try. It's Bosky Johnston. He's come down with the ball, and that is absolutely amazing.
Wow, the athleticism of Bosky Johnson there to just get above the opposition. It just fell in his hands, basically, there.
Yeah, our camera kind of cut out there. I don't think the cameraman quite getting the right angle, and it was quite something from the winger. He's not a very big bloke, but he's definitely got some pace, and that's hopefully if Kutsumas can kick this, he'll be in for an all tied up game. As he does, the touchies flags go up, and Kutsumas, look at him, he's happy about it. And there we go, the game's tied up at 6-all, and it's about just over 4 minutes to go.
Wow, what a finish we're going to have here at McDonald Jones Stadium.
Be interesting for sure, as that man, Hemi Tapua, is going to kick us off again. We'll see how we go in this innings now. The Gunslingers looking very dangerous that last set. Looks like something's just clicked in the team. Kutsuma's taking a little bit more control and getting that try assist. Snicko Bro through the line now, wrapped up by Dylan Sharp. He's definitely one of the prospects of the SRL Mines. He's been very consistent. As Scott now through the line, does he have the pace? McKay tries to ankle tap, and he just makes him have to do a goose step, and that's enough to slow him down. Lucas Juice helping him through the middle, but not enough pace to get away from the rest of the Swarm defense. And there's that man again, McKay, just wrapping him up. Logan Schmidt joining in that effort. Galaxy now goes to Gounder. That's a good play there, trying to get around the Swarm and trying to just trick them here as Kutsumas spreads it to Tierney, to Johnston. Bosky Johnston, the try scorer just moments ago, can't get very far in that one. And the 30, they will play the ball. Kutsumas goes to Galaxy, who puts a crossfield kick in for the wing of Aaron White. He's going to have some space here. I don't think he'll get around Gounder. No, he won't even get around the opposition winger there. White's going to play the ball about 25 out from his own line. Sharp goes to Rossini. Ball to McKay. That's some good footy there. McKay can't get past Gounder. Once again, that man, the fullback, having to get involved. Tapua down to Sharp. Sharp can't do much there. It was a bit of a hospital pass as Aaron White goes right for Fafali. Fafali, I don't know how to say his name, man. I'm very sorry. And Rossini now playing the ball. Tapua. Schmidt, it's going to be the last tackle here. Put on his rear side. Logan Schmidt by Snicko Bro. That's some feat for the small fella. As Johnson now is going to field the kick.
Yeah. They're just going to go back and forth. Who's going to get that last opportunity to win this game?
As we have just under 2 minutes left, it's going to be an interesting one for sure. As Kutsumas, the man, he's going to play the ball about at the middle of the field there. Gounder now driven back in the tackle. Chris Gounder. Buckingham going right now. Galaxy. Inside ball to Kutsumis. The Swarm saw that coming, though. It'll be a matter of which team's defense breaks first. Both very, very good at the moment. And Galaxy looks to dummy. Can't get around his opposition there. The defense ready for his tricks as Kutsumis puts an awkward wobbly kick down to Lakiu. He's run onto it. He's got some pace, Lakiu. And he can't get around Gounder.
Oh,
That was looking dangerous for a moment, but the ankle tap from Bosky Johnson just saw that he can't get too far. Hugh Snow now taking a run. Just under a minute left in this game before we go to Golden Point. As McKay now through the line, inside offload to Lakiu. That is some great ball there. He's been tireless tonight. Always, we got Farley, sorry. Farfili. Lakiu now playing the ball about 20 out from the try line. He's going to go to Tapua there. He's gone for the field goal, and Tapua's got it! He's got it! That is a great effort there from Hemi Tapua. And that will see the Swarm win their first SRL Mines game.
that's incredible. This is incredible. Tapua just getting the ball onto the boot, seeing no one going straight towards him, just puts it on the boot and slots it.
Yeah, it was a great effort there from Tapua. He got himself still. You know, he set his mark and it was a bit to the right. About 20 out, and it was a great kick from him. And as the fat lady sounds, it's the Swarm defeating the Gunslingers 7-6. Some great efforts from both sides. They'll definitely be happy with how they performed tonight. So we have some of the super subs coming on to shaking hands at the end of the match. And yeah, we'll have a look at some of the stats. Logan Schmidt and Bosky Johnson both being try scorers. Hemi Tapua and Stephen Kutsumis kicking the goals, and obviously Hemi Tapua being the one to kick that field goal to win the Swarm the match. Snicko Bro from the Gunslingers, the man of the match. As we look at some of these stats, Christian McKay with 166 run meters from 10 runs. That is impressive there from the big forward. And we've got the backs in the Swarm also doing some great efforts. The line breaks, Darren Lakiu getting 8 for himself. That is something incredible. Obviously, with the 9s format, it's a lot easier to get line breaks, but having a number of 8 is just huge in any game. As we have Snicko Bro now with the leading run meters for the Gunslingers, absolutely amazing. He only missed a tackle and had 6 line breaks. That's a great effort from the prop. And yeah, so that will be the first game of the SRL Mines. Thank you for joining me, and yeah, I'll see you very shortly when we go for the next match of the round.